Hi YouTube, Not You Not Me here, just talking today about books that you may be interested in terms of adding to your library. Just first a couple of generic books, so not exactly these books in particular, but books like them. So for example, this one here on first aid techniques. Now if you've gone to the trouble of putting together a first aid kit or a comprehensive first aid kit, then it makes sense that you have a book like this that illustrates and describes medical techniques that you may have to use. So just imagine a scenario where, for whatever reason, an ambulance isn't available to come to your rescue. You may be the one that's responsible for taking medical care of someone who's injured. So anyway, good buy, good investment. Another book, well, type of book that I recommend if you were into that sort of thing is on knots. Now this one is the ultimate encyclopedia of knots. I'm not sure whether it is or not, but it is a good guide for tying a lot of different knots with really good illustrations in it. This is the type of book that you should be looking at if you're interested in that sort of field. So when you're looking at buying this book, it's highly recommended that you actually open it up and have a look at the diagrams in there. If you can't follow those diagrams and it's not clear how you tie the knot, then it's probably not the book for you. At the end of the day, if a book doesn't show you very clearly how to tie these knots, then it's not going to help you in terms of learning new knots. Okay, so another good investment for people, and often you can find these quite cheap in book sales as well. Now for actual books that I like, the first one here is by Wiseman. Now you probably would have seen this, it's quite a well-known book. So its official title is SAS, New and Updated Survival Handbook, the Ultimate Guide to Surviving Anywhere. Now I don't love this book, but it is a good book. And it has two advantages. One is that it sold millions of copies, and so it's quite easy to find. The second is that quite often you'll find it fairly cheaply in sales and bookstores, where you can pick it up quite cheaply online as well. So, like I say, although I don't love it, it is a good reference guide, and you can pick it up for a reasonable price. So, recommended by me, definitely. Here's a book that I was quite surprised at. So it's called Survival Handbook in association with the Royal Marines Commandos. Now this book is quite a good, comprehensive book on survival techniques, clothing, weather patterns, how to improvise, survival tools, shelters, etc. Now this has got really good illustrations in it. Really good illustrations, and each of the sections are quite short and to the point. There's lots of different information in it, and I think it would be really good for people just starting out, or people who've got a medium to advanced level. So yeah, comprehensive, not too heavy, really good illustrations. A book that I really like, and surprised I haven't seen more people talking about this book. Like I said, it's not a groundbreaker, but it is a good solid book, definitely. Now, my final book. Now, I've shown this before, so this is Ultimate Navigation Guide by Lyle, Brotherton. Now, if you're someone who is into navigation, enjoys navigation, is that possible? I suppose it is, you can enjoy navigation. Or someone who is, for whatever reason, when they're volunteering the job, needs to increase their navigation skills, then this is an excellent book for you. Starts right from the beginning. In fact, a beginner could use it. Right up to quite advanced techniques. Very solid in how it's written and the techniques it shows, and practical too in terms of putting together curriculums for weekend workshops. Over a number of weekends you can go through exercises just to have practical hands-on experience to back up the techniques that are showing in here. Can be a bit dry if you're not into navigation, or even if you're into navigation, can be quite a bit of a slog to get through. It's no slight on Lyle Brotherton's writing, but just navigation in general can be a bit dry and a lot of theory to it. Yes, but definitely a great book. If it's something that interests you, or you need to increase your skills for whatever you're doing, definitely a good buy. Okay, well that's all I've got for this week. I mean, I do have a number of books at home, a lot of ebooks and all the rest, but I only really want to share the ones that are really, really good, that I really get a lot out of. Hope you enjoyed that. Talk to you later.